What is going on, guys? Today's video is going to be all about studio lighting. It's a very important topic for all content creators, YouTubers, social media influencers, and anybody who's trying to make crisp, clear videos. The key to it, or one of them, is having proper lighting. And if you want to go a step beyond natural lighting and you want to actually introduce some studio lighting, hopefully this video will help you out a bit. I actually had a company called GVM, or Great Video Maker. They reached out to me, said, Andrew, we got the latest and greatest studio lights, and they have all these awesome features that I'm very excited to show you in today's video review. But before we get to that, if you happen to be new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget, if this video helps you out whatsoever, give it a thumbs up. Let's go ahead and roll right into the review. All right, a couple things to know about these lights before I start the demos. These lights cost $369. They can be found on Amazon, which I will link in the description below. They have RGB, so they have an entire color spectrum and color wheel that you can change not only the heat temperature, but also the colors on these lights. They have an app control. They come in a really nice, durable, and dense carrying case, which makes them very convenient to take with you on the go, because everybody knows that taking a bunch of camera gear is always a challenge. So these actually do fold up really nicely. They're modular. They can be used all together. They can be used separate. There is scenes on them. And overall, I want to show you guys a quick demo of what this app can do in particular. And then I'll go ahead and show you how to control everything locally right on the back of these lights. Now, they can be plugged in for DC power right into a power outlet, or purchased separately. You can go ahead and buy the GVM battery packs, slide 2 batteries into the back of these LED panels, and then you can take them on the go with you, and you can have that remote power storage, which is really great. But let's go ahead and get into a demo, because I'm really excited to show you what makes these lights so cool and what makes them so unique. All right, one of the things that makes these lights so unique and unlike any other studio light that I've ever used personally is that they have built-in Bluetooth app control. So I went ahead and went to the iOS App Store. This is available on iOS and Android. I'm gonna type in GVM for Great Video Maker. You'll see it pops up first, GVM LED, and there's a little 2 Roman numeral symbol on there. I've already downloaded it. Go ahead and download that. Next up, what you're gonna see is all these different Bluetooth devices inside of my house, and that's because this is a Bluetooth controller, so it's trying to pick up any Bluetooth signal that it can get its hands on. So I'm gonna go ahead and look through these. Boom, right there it says BT_LED. That's the one I want, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect to that. Now that I'm connected, all 3 of these lights are gonna be controlled right through this easy to use smartphone app. So all I'm gonna do is be able to adjust things like brightness. I can adjust things like the color temperature, so it does range all the way from 5600 Kelvin all the way down to a low 3200 Kelvin, and anywhere in between. Next up, we can go ahead and go over to these RGB lights, as you know. So I can go ahead and adjust things like the RGB colors on this color wheel. That is so dang cool. Again, we have a brightness scale, we have a saturation scale, all sorts of stuff to really get it locked in the way you want it. There is also a scenes list, and this is really unique for filmmakers alike. Right now, I'm displaying the lightning scene, so you can see all 3 of these working together. For the lightning, there is a cop car variation, so if you want to make it look like you're doing a cop chase or that type of thing, pretty cool. There's a candlelight, and again, this would typically work best if you weren't staring directly at the lights and they were actually facing against you or the wall, but I'm just showing you for display purposes. If you want to make it look like there's ambient TV on in the background, there's a scene for that. Bad bulb, so if you want like a creepy bad bulb vibe in your video, you can do it. There's a party vibe, there's a disco vibe, and then there's paparazzi cameras if you feel like getting followed around a little bit. Now, one of the things you can do is you can set these to custom heat temperatures in the Kelvin settings, or use that RGB wheel, and then you can create different types of scenes, and you can customize them similar to like the Philips Hue scenes. And you can go into My Scenes, and what you'll do is after you have the lights locked in the way you want them, you go ahead and you save the scene. You're able to name that scene, and you'll do that hitting that right there, scene 1. Instead of that, we can just write scene 1 Uno and hit okay. Boom, it has scene Uno in there. Now we can play the scene, delete the scene, or edit the scene at any given time. Really easy to use the app. I really love it, and I just think that it's so unique because personally I have not used any type of lights that have this type of control, so that is something really unique. All right, so I love that these lights can be used all together in sync. They are RGB, they have the scenes, they have the color, temperatures, and wheels, but what if you want to use the lights separate? Let me go ahead and grab one of these lights, and I want to show you the back of the panel. That way we can kind of go through the manual controls if you don't want to use the phone app and you just want to do it here. First and foremost, there are different mode selections, and that's indicated right here by this button. Says mode by it. Now where it says app right there on the right hand side, there's 4 different modes. So right now we're in app, I'll hit that, we toggle to rotate. We have the slave mode and the master mode. So basically right now I have this LED panel on app, I have those 2 on the slave mode, and what's that's doing is it's allowing me to connect to channel 6, as you can see there. And basically what it is all 3 of them are on channel 6. Then I hook up to this via Bluetooth, and then it's controlling all 3 lights with extremely low latency. As you saw, it's almost immediate, so really great response there. But you can go ahead and switch it to like rotate, for example. When you do that, you can see this wheel, it does spin all the way around with no cap on it. And then you can adjust things like brightness. It's indicated by that large number there. And then also right now I have it on the Kelvin setting, so we can change the color temperature. Right now we're all the way up to 5600 Kelvin, or we can go all the way down to 3200 Kelvin, adjust that brightness there. Really easy to use. As you can see, you plug in for DC power here, and it does come with the transformer kit and about an 8-foot long cable. Or if you have the great Video Maker batteries, you can go ahead and slide those in for an even easier time if you're taking these on the go with you and you're not going to have a lot of outlets nearby. Because keep in mind, with 3 different LEDs, you're going to need 3 different outlets. So that's just something to consider. Another way, as you can see here indicated on the back, if you don't want to type in GVM on the iOS or Android Play Store, you can go ahead and just scan this QR code, and that'll take you directly to the app. So they make it really easy to find the app and pair the app. Just make sure when you're in that app, you go ahead and hit select mode and make sure that you're actually on the app mode setting there. But I'll go ahead and lower this stuff down. Anyway, all right guys, that is gonna wrap up today's video. Remember, if the video helped you out whatsoever, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. If you want to check out these lights a little bit closer, I'll go ahead and leave an Amazon link down in the description below. That way you can find pricing, availability, and look up some of your own specs and features on them. Any other questions that I may not have addressed in the video, feel free to interact and leave them down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys want to see me review on the channel next. But until I see you on next week's video, we out.